Hello guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Nigiwe and I have Olerato with me today and the babies.
Yeah. This is like a 4 people kind of video, so please just...
All day we've been trying to film, but they've been waking up.
They won't let us be great. They just won't let us win. So it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So this is just telling y'all about mom life. So today we just want to speak about postpartum bodies because we both have little ones, and there's been so many changes, and there are so many comments that you get from people when you have a newborn. So we just want to highlight some things that we've encountered.
And people just tend to expect a lot. I mean, when you are pregnant, people just always tell you about stuff like, oh my gosh, so are you going to be working out? Are you going to be losing all the baby weight and all of that stuff? But nobody ever, at least with me, I find nobody ever asked me like to say, did you need help? Like, did you take it easy? Did you get some rest? Did you like let yourself just be? It's always that thing where society, I feel like it's that society expectation to say you had a baby, great, but when are you losing weight?
Exactly. Because people are always like, oh, at least you didn't gain too much, so it'll be easier for you to bounce back. And I'm just like, it will hopefully be easier, but as much as sometimes you don't gain a lot of weight, that weight actually gets redistributed on your body. Because I know I did a video where I was telling you guys how to limit gaining too much weight during pregnancy, and
he agrees.
So I'd only gained 6 kilograms, but I see that my stomach is still massive. I still look like I'm 6 or 7 months pregnant. So as much as the weight itself is the same, but it actually changes. I guess more of it just went around my belly.
But people never really acknowledge that. And the one thing that kind of ticks me off the most is the fact that people always drag your pre-pregnancy situation into your new normal. Like people will ask you, so how many hours do you still sleep through the night? How am I going to sleep through the night? I have a newborn baby.
You can't.
And people ask you, so do you still drink wine? I'm breastfeeding. And then they ask you, so do you still fit those jeans?
No, they don't. I'm more of a jeggings and leggings person.
People always expect, and the sad thing is you still get, and this is going to be like a sad thing, especially if you have friends that don't have kids. They never really understand. They still expect to call you and say, let's go out for lunch, and then you should be there. And then when you start saying, but I'm no longer a snack, I'm a happy meal. I come with kids and toys.
I was saying that because even at my baby shower, I was like, it's not a mom event until there's like a friend. Because at my baby shower, one of my friends had a baby there, because that's just how it is. Sometimes you come as a package.
You really do. I was actually telling somebody that I'm a happy meal. If you're going to be asking me to come to your house, best believe it, I'm bringing kids and toys. That's just the way it is. If you don't want it, then tough.
And I think I'm gonna realize that now that there's 2, because it's gonna be like so impossible to see. Now I'm busy fanning myself because it's so hot. Now that there's 2, it's gonna be so difficult to actually leave them both with my husband. Because earlier I could always they're at home, but now there's 2. One of them will have to be my handbag.
This one all the time. You're always gonna have an accessory with you all the time. It's sad to say, but people are very insensitive, especially when it comes to postpartum bodies. I actually had that with K-Bear. Because I didn't lose all the weight. I breastfed that child like my life depended on it. And I still didn't lose the weight. And still I
think that's a myth actually.
It is. And I went back to work and people would pass comments like, oh my gosh, you didn't lose all the weight. Like, didn't you breastfeed? You should have tried breastfeeding. Or you should have wrapped your belly
and half the time you did all those things and it
just doesn't work. It all depends on who you are, first of all. And I feel like we never recognize the fact that there's muscle separation. I have muscle separation. I'll never have a flat belly I did before I got kids. And it's my new normal now. And I'm perfectly fine with it.
And it's just a matter of accepting yourself. I think that's one of the hardest things. Accepting yourself first. Before people's comments is hard. Because I remember when I was in hospital first time around with Ugwandi, the baby was out in my arms, but the belly was there. I'm like, did you leave something? I'm having twins. Did you not take the other one out? Like, what's happening? And it's also like, it looked like a balloon that just went. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, it's not as huge bump that's firm and nice to look at. It's just like a bump and a lot of
there's
skin.
There's nothing at the end of that bump.
There's nothing inside. Oh no.
Yeah, no, that was also my biggest shocker, especially because also nobody tells you about that. People always tell you about the labor pains and what to do before you get the baby and what to buy and what not to buy, but they never prepare you for the other stuff, like, oh, you're still gonna look pregnant, by the way, don't be shocked. And there'll be breastfeeding struggles, don't be shocked. People never really say that. But yeah, I was also shocked. I remember actually asking my midwife, why do I still look pregnant? And at the time, I had a friend who we're no longer friends now, thank goodness, because she was so insensitive. But she came to visit and she straight up said to me, why do you still look pregnant? And I was like, and mind you, at the time, I'm a first-time mom.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting this to happen. I'm still very confused myself. I'm still trying to figure out, like, what the hell? Why do I still look like I'm pregnant when there's a baby right here? Like, what is going on? Yeah. And she said that to me and I had no comeback. Like, I had no words. I actually just looked at her and I had nothing to say.
Exactly, because it just happens. You still look pregnant because it takes you a whole 9 months to gain the weight. So it will take you that much or even more to lose the weight.
Yeah.
And people should just be accepting of that.
Yeah.
And I actually liked what you said when I spoke about how that bounce back comment makes me cringe, because it's like on social media, it's in people's faces. Everyone's like 2 months postpartum, 1 week postpartum, and everyone is just looking fabulous, and it seems like a competition, and then you're like, ooh. I had so much anxiety. I'm like, what's gonna be my first picture after having this baby? I must make sure I look nice. But honestly, it shouldn't be so much pressure, because you're a completely different person. You're not gonna bounce back to that same point.
True. And they set it's unrealistic expectations for a person who's never had kids, a complete first-time mom who's following you on Instagram, and they look at you and they're like, wow, so after I have a baby, that's gonna be my new normal. I am so ready.
There's a lot going on underneath those clothes,
and then they don't get any of that, because there's a lot going on under those clothes, but we don't know that. I just see a picture on Instagram and I'm like, wow, so post baby, this is what you look like, then I'm in for it, you know. And you don't get that, then you start getting disappointed, and some people, God forbid, they get postpartum depression, because in their minds it was supposed to be peaches and cream, you were supposed to pop a baby and look amazing, and then here you are looking 5 months pregnant, and the baby's in your arms and you're like,
what do I do now?
This is not the deal I was expecting.
No,
it's really tough. It's really tough. I mean, even with me, 2 kids later, the people that I still follow on Instagram, and some of them recently had babies, and I see all these things they're doing, and in my mind I'm like, that surely can't be, like, that can't be true. Like,
but some of it is true, maybe. I don't know. But I just think maybe our bodies are different, because some people, there's that lady, I don't know celebrities that well, but literally her baby was fat, and it was, I don't know whether she was in a bikini but you could see that. It is what it is. So our bodies react differently, and I just think people should be sensitive and know that their bodies might not be the same.
And I'm all for that. But what I mean is the people that I'm following, they actually go and post stuff about how it can be done. And this is me a week after having a baby, and I'm like, can you just tell the truth? Like, just be open and honest.
It becomes too much pressure.
Especially it really is, and it's it's just one of those things. It's a very touchy topic, and people need to be honest, because there's a lot at risk. People get postpartum depression, and it's so easy to slide into that depression thing, because on social media,
everyone's life is perfect, everyone's body is perfect, everyone's love life, everyone's mom life is perfect on social media. So it's very important to just take a step back.
And that's, I remember when I had him, I think I posted pictures of myself like 3 weeks postpartum when I had the photo shoot, and I had my DMs blow up because people wanted to know what I'm doing to lose weight and stuff. And I'm like, guys, you need to know how to pose for the camera, like get a good angle.
Know your body, know your angles.
You know, you must have all you need. Angle. That's all you need. And And it made me feel like I wasn't representing the true version of what was happening at the time, because yes, I did get a good side of my body, and it made me look like I was like super skinny, I had a flat tummy, and I didn't. I just wore a supersized t-shirt that looked kind of put together, and I put on denims, and people were like, what did you do? Just 3 weeks? And I'm like, guys, no, this is not my reality. Like, honestly.
I'm 6 weeks in and I'm still not wearing jeans.
You see?
No,
you see? And people, I messaged one mom and I asked her exactly the same question, like, how did you do it? And they go on this spiel about, you must drink lemon water, you must drink. I'm like, come on now.
Yeah, no. I think in the long term those things do make a difference, but it's too much to ask of yourself and of your body.
Exactly. Especially when you're a new mom. Especially when you're a new mom. And a little kindness and honesty goes a long way.
Yeah, no, that's true.
It really does. Hey. Oh, one of us is
you also want a nap?
Yeah, it's completely nap time now.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I hope you guys just enjoyed this discussion. And let us know down below some of the pressures that you might maybe be feeling, and I will definitely link Olerato's channel down below so that you guys can follow her as well. She's got the most funniest of vlogs that I enjoy watching. So that is all.
And oh, sorry to cut you, but seriously, you guys, if you're a new mom and you're watching this, don't put pressure on yourself. It's not real life. What you saw on Instagram, trust me, 99.9% of the time is not true. If you go on my Instagram page, before you go, beat yourself up, text me and ask me what was happening in the picture, and I'll give you the details.
Exactly.
Like, don't take anything on Instagram for face value. Just because somebody else is doing it doesn't mean you should do it, or doesn't mean it should be like that, because that's that's not real. Take it one step at a time. You're one step at a time, by the way.
Exactly, because being a mom is a whole new normal, and you need to just get used to that. And I feel like our bodies are actually one of the last things that we should concern ourselves about, but they're usually the first, which should definitely not be the case. The wellness of these ones should definitely come first, and obviously your mental wellness as well as the mom. So take care of yourselves, guys, and we will see you next time. Bye.